Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're actually a rapper?
Yeah.
Straight. So we're gonna have to
Just
start
like dumb smile on my face. Okay, sounds good. Awesome. Hi, I'm Bailee Woods. I go under the band name Housepanther. Welcome to Mom's House. I am really stoked to be here. The first song I'm gonna play is called Rinse Repeat. I just released the single on my Bandcamp. I guess I didn't just release it. It's been like 2 months now. But yeah, you can find it at my Bandcamp. It's still under my name, Bailee Woods Bandcamp. I gotta change the handle, but I'm gonna stop rambling and play the song now. Oh God, okay. You're sweet like summer wine. Do you mind, do you mind, do you mind my mind? If I come over and bleach my hair in your bathroom, I think that you're so cool. If you ask if I like that band, I'd probably lie, 'cause I've never heard of them. I hate when people do that. I'm such a hypocrite. I think I want you and I think I need you and I think I want you and I suck at online dating. I'll delete my profile if the conversation gets too elating. I think I'm suffocating, resuscitating, carbureting in my own skin. When I can get too rude, rinse, repeat, and I can get so clingy, rinse, repeat, but I just wanna go and drink with you. Maybe make out for a song or two. I think I want you and I think I need you and I think I want you and how's it going? It's not going at all. Are you back for the summer or just back for the fall? How's it going? It's not going at all. Are you back for the summer or just back for the fall? How's it going? It's not going at all. Are you back for the summer? Just back for the fall? How's it going? It's not going at all. Are you back for the summer? Just back for the fall? I think I want you and I think I need you and I think I want you and I think I need you and I think I want you and I think I need you and I think I want you and I think I need you and thanks, guys.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me. This is really cool. I love the vibe of the whole place.
Yeah.
It's like the nicest camera crew too ever. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
My mom has a nice living room. For
Yeah,
doing this, so-
totally. Mom's house.
Mom's house.
Hashtag mom's house.
We'll start that.
Yeah,
I promise
definitely.
We'll
It's
start
gonna be a
that.
thing.
I had a few questions to ask you,
Sure.
if that's cool. So what's the story behind the name Housepanther?
Housepanther. Short story is I named it after my tiny black cat. That I was like, I struggle on and off with my mental health, and when my childhood pets passed away, it was like, this is so like sad not having a pet around, and when I was moving out by myself, I was like, went to the Humane Society, and I like saw this one cat, and I like picked her up, and she was like, I think she just got out of surgery, so her arms were shaved, and she's like really skinny. I picked her up, and she just kind of like fell asleep in my arms, and I'm like,
I'm so sorry. Phone just fell on the ground. Sorry, keep going.
No, it's all good. And yeah, I was just kind of like, oh, like we both look like we could kind of help each other out, and she's been like the coolest cat ever, and like she's kind of moody, but it works out well. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think I asked the last band we had on here. I asked them that too. I think I'm just gonna like make that a theme from now on because I love hearing the stories every time.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
Great.
That's awesome.
We grew up in the same town together.
Yeah.
In Stonewall.
Yeah.
Represent.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like a fairly small town.
Yeah.
So I feel like where you come from always kind of shapes what you create in the future.
Yeah.
How do you think growing up in a small town or just growing up in Stonewall even kind of shaped how you make music?
I think just growing up in a small town, there's just less to do too. I think so. Like after school or whatever, it's like, you know, you work your part-time job or you're just kind of at home. And I had time to really kind of get into music, I guess. And
Absolutely.
And like I played sports, but I wasn't like super good at them. And so music was kind of like my one. I had a lot of anxiety too as a teenager, so it was kind of a place to kind of go and write. And I think also there was a lot of opportunities for creative and musical people in Stonewall. Like it didn't always seem that way, but there was really proactive people in the community, like making having fundraisers that like bringing musicians to play at, like Paige Proctor actually, like with Coffee House for Cancer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I remember those.
She puts on that fundraiser every year, gets local musicians to come out. There was like Timothy Beans back in the day, or the coffee shop. They had like
that. I missed that.
Open mic nights. And so there's a lot of like people that were just kind of making opportunities for like us kind of, I guess, like creative types to kind of, so it felt like when you're working on songs, it's like, oh, cool. Like I could actually maybe play these somewhere when I'm feeling like I, you know, practiced enough or whatever. So I think that helped to get me into music too, just knowing there was places for it in Stonewall. So yeah.
That actually kind of segues into my next question.
Yeah.
It's like you never really realize what the music community is like until you live in the place.
Yeah.
Like I moved into Winnipeg 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I knew nothing about it. And it was like a big, scary city for me. And I moved from like suburban Stonewall to like North End.
Yeah,
and it was like a big change. And I didn't know that there was such like a vibrant, populated community here for music.
That's me too. Like, because I think as Stonewall kids, we're kind of like, oh, like our next step is like the big city. Like we're gonna move out after high school, and then like you get here for a few years, and it's like okay, like
it's way more manageable than I thought.
Exactly. But yeah, I didn't realize there was like such a like I moved into Winnipeg right after graduation, so maybe like 2011, summer of 2011, and we had a band with a couple of my high school friends. We were playing shows, and then a couple of them moved away. So then I wasn't playing shows for a while, really. And then when Space But, my other band, with some really good friends of mine, we started playing shows last summer. And that's when I kind of really became aware of like how much Winnipeg does in the music community and how many like great bands there are and everything. And there's just so many venues too now that have opened in the last 5 years that really cater to having a spot for musicians to play while also being like a bar or a coffee shop. So it's really cool to see that it's like thriving and you can kind of always, even if you just like listening to live music, there's probably something on every single night in the city. So
there's so many more places than I thought there was.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I had no idea what the Handsome Daughter was until this year.
Yeah.
I went for the very first time, and there's just like all these great little venues where you can catch
it's really
new
neat.
acts.
Like, and even just like even little coffee shops too, having like bringing in like acoustic acts too and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome. Like usually most business owners that have the space are usually pretty cool with having like performers come in. I guess I can't speak for them all, so
It's like overall though, it's an incredibly friendly community.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I don't really play music. I used to a bit here and there, but like just doing pictures or meeting people or anything like that, everyone's been so nice to me.
Yeah, and that's just the thing too. There's a lot of cool like people that come to shows and take pictures for bands, which is a huge thing too, because like I think a lot of like promoting music now is through online, so it's really awesome to have people like you guys that are like, you know, doing this stuff for within the music community too, because it really helps everybody out and gets their stuff out there. So yeah, I think like it's just really good to see Winnipeg kind of doing that for each other, I guess, in a way.
There's just like so many talented people, whether it's like audio or video or whatever you do. There's so many talented people, so I love the idea we can get some of them into one room and make something cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah. What's like your favorite part about the Winnipeg music scene, if you had to like kind of pick a certain thing?
I think my favorite part is like playing shows with people and then like meeting people and you're like kind of friends, like Silence Kit, like Mike, like we're like friends with them now, and like it's really cool to like just kind of make friends along the way, and then like, oh, if you guys are ever playing a show, like we'll like organize something further down the road. Like it's just really cool to meet like a lot of like-minded people, and just really a lot of genuine people too that are I think that's my favorite part, is just the people that I've met, and like the support from one another is really cool. It's kind of cheesy, but it's so true though. Like I didn't know anybody in the music scene until I worked at HMV. Represent that dead brand. And then I met like people from Silence Kit, like James and Minot, and then I met Mike, our audio guy, through them. And everyone's just been so nice. You're completely right. It's just like a very welcoming. It's very it's exactly. So.
I have one more question for you today. Do you have any projects coming up in the future? Anything new?
I right now, well, I was supposed to, when I was in college, I was supposed to, one of my projects for second year was to like make my own kind of CD album, like record it and write everything. And so it's kind of been, I think I've been out of college for like a year now. Like I kind of dropped out, I guess. So I'm trying to actually like, because I have like a 30-page proposal for it. So I'm like, I can't, like I should do something with it. So I'm trying to release my solo kind of stuff under housepanther. I was trying to get the album out in August, but I'm thinking it might be more fall now. And I have my first kind of live show with a band at the Handsome Daughter on August 25th. I don't know many details yet, but and then my one of the bands I'm in, Space Butt, we are going on, I think I can say this, I don't think it's a secret. We just finished making a video for one of our songs, and then we're going on tour end of August. We have, I don't know, this might be like when the video's released, it might be this date might have already passed, but we have a show coming up at the Garrick Hotel on July 14th with the band Jaywood and The Nighttime, I believe. And then a Grotoko, a really cool band, is having their release show at the Park Theater July, Mike, do you know the 27th? Thank you. And we're playing with Mike's band, Silence Kit, with Grotoko as well, so we're really excited for that. And then Spacebud also has an album coming out probably in the summer as well, so we're getting pumped.
I'm excited to see all this stuff.
Oh, thank you.
I think this video is released sometime end of July, so we might catch the Grotoko concert.
Yeah, awesome.
But thank you once again. Thank you so much for being here and answering all the questions. Feel free to go into your next song.
Okay, sweet. Thank you. So the second song I'm gonna do is called Coastlines. When I think of what I'm gonna do, I freeze up and I just don't know. When I think of everything I've said, I just don't know what's wrong with my head. And I can go out and drink till I can't think, and I can fill my head with strangers, and I can take what you've given me to take, but I won't feel any different. Nothing at all. Then I realize I meant When I think of what I'm gonna do, I freeze up and I just don't know. When I think of everything I've said, I just don't know what's wrong with my head. And I can go out and drink till I can't think, and I can fill my bed with strangers, and I can take what you've given me to take. I won't feel any different. And I realize I meant nothing at all. And I realize I meant nothing at all. I could spend my time on the coastline, or I could spend my time in love with you. Or I could spend my time on the coastline, or I could spend my time in love with you. Then I realize I meant nothing at all. Then I realize I meant nothing at all. When I think of what I'm gonna do, I freeze up and I just don't know. Thanks, guys.